tiny homes in Los Angeles offer the city's homeless a new lease on life. Los Angeles CNN. Jolene Bracey slept in her Toyota Corolla for 5 years until she put the homelessness in her rearview mirror on moving into a tiny home. Bracey, 48, is one of the 41 residents of the Council Borrowed Bridge Home Village in North Hollywood, California, which provides the transitional housing for the homeless. This has given me a place to reconfigure myself and build up to my new home, Bracey told CNN. It put me back into practice of being consistent in the normal things that you do. It grounds you. Bracey moved into a 64 square foot home in February. It features a bed, air conditioner, racks to hang her colorful clothes, and most importantly, a door that locks. It's the first time in a long time that I don't feel like someone is going to come up on me, said Bracey. She said a fire in a house she once owned and an unfair eviction at a place she rented led her into homelessness. There are more than 41,000 homeless people in the city of Los Angeles, according to the last count by the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, an independent joint powers authority created by the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors and the Los Angeles Mayor and the City Council. Villages like the Chandler aim to chip away at the number by placing formerly homeless people in protected, fenced-off communities, helping residents get back on their feet. At Chandler, case managers can offer residents help for anything from drug and alcohol abuse and mental health issues to navigating the complexities of job applications, health insurance, and more. We are dealing with people at the worst moment of their lives, said Rowan Bansleeve, president of Hope of the Valley, the non-profit that operates Chandler and other tiny home villages in the Los Angeles area. It's really humbling to say I can't feed myself, I can't house myself, I can't get a hot shower. Bansleeve says new residents revel in that first shower on site and calls hot water and great soap magic that helps the resident feel like a better person. The residents are also fed 3 meals a day. We do everything we do everything we can to make this site welcoming. We call it a love club, Bansleeve added. Despite the nickname, the village does have rules. At the top of the list is no weapons or drugs allowed on campus, and the paraphernalia must be checked at a locker outside. Hope of the Valley says residents live in the homes for free and can stay as long as they are on the pathway to permanent housing, which counselor estimate takes 3 to 6 months. Bansleeve said the strategy is to take people off the street within just a few months of the tiny home village, not from other parts of Southern California, such as Skid Row. That way, people in the neighborhood see less homeless, less stress, less crime, fewer drug users roaming around, he added. I think these villages should spread across the country like a Starbucks, be in every community. Bansleeve says the tiny home villages are built on small parcels, many repurposed city properties. The Chandler complex sits on just half an acre. On Everett, Washington Company called the Palette, which specialized in small shelter homes for homeless or temporary housing, built the homes for the Chandler village. The company estimates the minimum cost of each home to be $5,495. Pallet reports it has helped build 44 tiny home villages, most on the west coast, with 13 projects in the pipeline. Half of the valley aims to house more than 900 people by November, Bansleeve said. One of the lucky ones, completely out of view from any passerby. Chandler resident Todd Dumansky loaded his laundry at the row of stacked washers and dryers. I've been a heroin abuser and a polysubstance abuser almost my entire life, Dumansky said. Dumansky, 36, said he once amassed a net worth of well over $1 million by founding a vitamin and supplement company in the Philadelphia area. But he said Virginia's misfortune and his drug use eventually put him on the streets after a move to Los Angeles. I'm one of the lucky ones, he said, because a lot of people addicts die. Dumansky described the dark homeless underworld filled with debilitating or lethal drug abuse, rampant theft, or forms of violence including sexual assault against women and men and bullet fly. I got shot 6 times by a revolver by 3 gang members, Dumansky said. They were young, maybe 18 to 24 years old. They shot at me because they wanted my spot for one of their friends who would soon become homeless. Dumansky said he had built an elaborate shelter near the 170 freeway hidden from view, and he had rigged up a grill. Now Dumansky lives in the tiny home less than a mile away, with little more than his bed, toilet twice, and a huge water jug with a handle that he lifted to add to his workouts. I like to throw everything in one backpack, Dumansky said. I don't attach the emotion to material stuff. Technically, from the outside, I have nothing, but I feel I have everything. Dumansky once had a house and a BMW, but also a feeling of depression and suicide, he said. You give me tens of thousands of dollars. That isn't going to help me right now, Dumansky said. I'm right where I want to be right now. I know what I have to do moving forward. This place has been a game changer, man. Paying it forward. Each tiny home is different. The interior style ranges from Dumansky's minimalist white to Brace's kaleidoscopic flickers of purples, reds, aqua, and more. My decor is just me. I'm colorful, funky, Brace declared. I think outside the box. Inside her tiny home, Bracy dreamed out loud about getting a bachelor's degree and spinning all the goodwill she found at Chandler onto people who were currently homeless. She said she's 2 classes away from finishing up an associate degree at Los Angeles Valley Community College. I just want to help everybody not go through what I went through, Bracy said. At the end of the month, Bracy said she plans to move into an apartment. It will be just down the street, not far from the parking garage where she used to sleep in her car.